Hey, Tom.
Oh, hey, Big. What's up, man? I didn't see you there.
Yeah, I've been sitting here for about an hour now.
Oh, you've been here okay, I've been here for about 45 minutes.
Mm,
So almost as long.
yeah. Well, I was wondering why you weren't looking over, but I couldn't wait any longer. I had something really important to tell you.
You kind of just blend in with those red jeans.
Yeah, I blend into the blue couch with these red jeans.
I
You're
can't
right.
tell the difference between blue couches and red jeans.
All right. Well, I guess that's something you're gonna have to see a doctor about. But back to my important thing that I was gonna tell you
Mhm.
was that the Fancy Lad podcast is brought to you by Fancy Lad Skateboards.
Oh, all these years, I wondered if there was any affiliation between the two because we never really mentioned
No,
whether or not they're one of the sponsors.
We didn't,
No.
and I would consider them our main sponsor.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
People would probably think our main sponsor is some beer company or a water company. Who knows? But no, it's Fancy Lad Skateboards.
Mm-mm-mm. And, the nice people at Fancy Lad Skateboards, they
Mhm.
actually reached out to me.
Did they really?
Yep.
What? That's insane.
And they said for a
Mhm.
limited time,
Oh.
get this, they're going to offer us, they're going to offer us the opportunity to offer all of our listeners
Oh.
a limited time 20% off all products on FancyLadSkateboards.com.
You mean to tell me the good people at Fancy Lad Skateboards
That's right.
reached out to you,
That's right.
Bigzo
Mhm.
of Fancy Lad Skateboards podcast,
Yep, CEO.
and said that we could have a promo code for all the sweaty and deranged listeners out there,
Mhm.
and now the viewers as well.
Right.
That's amazing.
I know.
So what's this promo code again?
Well, they said they wanted to keep it simple so
Okay.
the people could remember it. Promo code podcast.
That is pretty simple.
Yeah,
And you know what? They say, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
that's right.
That's a pretty good promo code, too. Damn.
Right.
But let's not confuse the people.
Let's just stick
It's
with podcast. Okay.
This isn't the promotion code podcast. This
No.
is just podcast is the promotion code.
Right. We should have a spinoff where we come up with different promotional codes.
I mean, obviously, that's going to be one of the spin-offs in the Fancy Lad podcast multiverse.
Naturally. But until that day,
Mhm.
why don't we just let the people know. Get there while you can.
Dude, that's a really good idea. Get there while you can for 20% off anything on the Fancy Lad Skateboards website.
That's right. We're talking boards. We're
Mhm.
talking sweatshirts.
Mhm.
We're talking the company itself.
Yep, which is up there for a cool 10 mil, I think, right
Mhm.
now.
That's
So you
right.
get away with that with 8 mil.
That's right.
That's a deal of a lifetime. Steal, some would say.
All right.
Okay. Should we just do the episode?
I didn't know how to end it. Yeah, why don't we just do the episode?
Yeah, well, let's just do the episode.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Fancy lad,
Fancy Lad
Fancy Lad.
Podcast, Fancy Lad
fancy lad,
Podcast. Gonna talk to my friends, gonna share a
Fancy
thought,
Lad.
gonna have a laugh. That's what I
Fancy
thought.
Lad.
Fancy Lad, Fancy Lad Podcast, Fancy Lad Podcast.
And we are
Yeah.
back.
Oh, we are back, baby. And where the fuck are we, though?
I'd like to say this is the Fancy Lad studio that
Mhm.
we've always known and loved, but I guess,
I would like to say that. That would be a nice thing to say.
dude, did you just get a new studio and didn't tell me?
Okay, so I tried to buy a few different properties over the last few months, and then I kind of was just like, maybe we don't need anything. So I kind of just stopped paying attention to my emails and stuff. So we may have got something. I haven't checked the bank statement or anything.
Well, how do we end up here if that's the case?
Well, you texted me the address.
Oh.
How did you get the address?
Well, I've been looking at a few different properties too.
Oh,
I
really?
just, things have been going so well for the podcast. I figured, scale up.
And you liked this one?
Well, it wasn't my first choice,
No.
but the ceilings were high enough.
The ceilings are high. You can hear how high they are. These are definitely higher than the other studio, which we still own.
We still own and love.
Yeah, we're just kind of getting the studio real estate business here.
Yeah, it's true. But Tom, I want to be the first to say,
Mhm.
that the fact that we're in a new studio will not compromise the content and integrity of the Fancy Lad podcast that everyone's known to grow and love.
Oh, and I wouldn't expect it to. Not in the least.
They've grown to know and love.
They've grown to know and love. The quality is only going up. It'll never dip in quality.
No, absolutely.
Not even a little recess where it's like, oh, maybe this happened, or maybe the space wasn't available that time because they, were having, pest control came in.
Or flooding issues.
Yeah, or flooding issues. There was a flood of pests.
Or there was a fucking neighbor that was just, incessantly knocking through the holes in the wall.
Mm-hmm. Or like that time that there was a flood and the pest control guy built an ark to save all the pests.
Yeah. 2 of every kind of pest.
2 of every kind of pests. And then he was like, you know what? Let's throw another 100 on there. Let's just turn this whole boat into a little fuck party.
Yeah. And they're like, he's like, thank God we got 2 John Leguizamos.
Oh, yeah, dude. Man, I've always dreamed of having 2 John Leguizamos.
Oh, my God. The things I would do with 1 John Leguizamo, don't get me started.
Imagine if
2?
you played Mario and Luigi.
Damn it.
Hey, Luigi,
Have you-
it's me, Mario.
I've been watching movies of my dreams or something.
Yeah. Yes. That is the only one I feel comfortable sharing on the podcast.
Can I see them?
Oh, yeah. I've got them all. I've got them on SD drive. I'll ship them over to you.
Oh, thanks. Bro.
FedEx.
Is that
Federal Express.
Is that a micro or
What micro what?
SD drive?
Oh, sorry. I got confused for a
Drop
second.
the S.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is a micro SD drive, which is crazy. It's crazy the things that they call micro, It's like, oh, you think this is micro. Oh, you have not seen micro, my friend.
This is macro from where I'm from.
Yeah, seriously. I need to be far away and have a telescope to get a good view of this thing. 'Cause it's large.
Yeah. Yeah, the micro D drive.
Damn, don't get me started on that micro D drive. Oh, goodness gracious.
Dude.
Mhm.
What what are you getting started on over there?
Yeah, I'm just cracking into a cold brew here.
Oh, cold brew. Love cold brew coffee.
Oh, man, I love canned cold brew coffee.
It makes me want to crack into something here. Let me just
Oh, yeah,
hold
what
on
are you
one second.
cracking into?
Oh my God. That sounds good.
No, that did sound really fucking good.
Oh,
What
let me
is
get
that?
a little a fucking Clown Shoes brand beer, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
In a 12-ounce can?
Yeah, Rainbows Are Real Hazy IPA.
They have a Rainbows Are Real Hazy IPA in a 12-ounce can?
Yeah, you know it, you love it, and now it's in a 12-ounce can.
Oh, my goodness.
Also known
it's almost
as
as
a-
if Clown Shoes has been watching my dreams.
Also known as a normie boy.
Dude, that's what I call a normie boy. Because
Yeah.
we all know that every norm has a huge, wide, girthy, I guess you would call it, can.
It's about the size of the shit I saw Matt Tomasello take once as far as girth goes.
Matt does take some girthy boys. It's insane.
Mm.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, God, that tastes good.
Oh, good. That
Oh,
sounds
it almost
really
makes
good.
me forget about Matt Tomasello. It's all shit.
Yeah,
But, long story short,
Mhm.
we don't know how we got here,
Yeah, speed up this story.
but we are here
we are here.
now, and
Now.
we're going to have to make the most of it.
And this place is kind of growing on me. I could see us staying here for a few months.
Dude,
Maybe a year.
it's growing up? Dude, have you checked, every part of your body, dude?
I've checked every square inch of my body. And every part of my body that I can't measure in inches as well.
Because usually you ask me to check you for ticks,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't ask me to check you for parts of this place growing on you.
Right, and you're always texting me at 2 a.m. requesting, you're like, yo, send tick pics.
Yeah.
It's always like 2 a.m.
I'm like, yo,
Yo,
you up?
Send
Yeah.
tick pics.
Let me see them ticks.
Yo, send them ticks over here.
Exactly.
Dude,
So,
I still have I noticed yesterday, I have like a scar where that tick bit me still. It's like raised up, and that makes me worry. Is there a part of the tick still in me?
it never leaves.
It never leaves. It could be possible that it never leaves. And if I had Lyme's disease, I would never find out because the doctors don't want to tell you.
I know. Everyone always gets the Lyme's disease. No one's ever gotten the Lemon's disease, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay away from any citrus-themed disease, honestly.
Well, then you shouldn't try to get
Scabies?
no, I was gonna say Spritesies.
Oh, Spritesies. No, I shouldn't.
But you should obey your thirst. Long story short, we are back.
We are back, and we are in one of the Fancy Lad podcast studios.
One of the many Fancy Lad podcast studios.
Man, I wish you guys could see how tall these ceilings are. Really unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, now that we're back, I mean, really the only thing left to do is to find a guest.
That's a good point, because we came back. We let the listeners know that we're back, and I guess the viewers as well. I forgot that we have viewers now. Hi. But yeah, we are back.
I know that you're afraid of change.
I am devastatingly terrified.
Whenever I see you sleeping on tour, you're always yelling in your sleep.
Get those pennies away from me.
No change.
No,
change.
keep
I
the
can't believe they
quarters.
elected Obama.
Wait, no.
I know.
You're mixing up two different dreams.
Yeah. Okay. Clearly that was a joke. All right.
I don't think the president should be allowed to smoke weed,
Yeah.
even if it was in the past.
Right. Even if they're not inhaling. But
Oh, he inhaled.
long story short,
Mhm.
I think this new studio here is actually a good thing.
It could be.
It's kind of revamped my whole perspective on the Fancy Lad podcast. It's like starting. It's like it's like a fresh start.
It's a fresh start. I was going to say you do look like a vampire right now, kind of.
Oh,
Revamped it.
so you can't see me at all.
No, I can see you, but the hair, you look like you could be like maybe some sort of I mean, are vampires undead? Do they die? I don't know. This isn't the vampire podcast.
This is not the vampire podcast,
But
which
this
we
is-
do have.
we do
and it
have
is a spinoff
part of the Fancy Lad podcast multiverse.
Exactly. So you should actually tune into that one.
That one's actually done in a way different offsite studio, though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But no, I mean, vampires are, I guess they are undead. Well, they're immortal. Anyway, yeah, I think we should take this opportunity to just dude, we can run every fucking guest that we've ever had. Nobody's ever going to know because they haven't seen them.
They won't have a fucking clue.
This is all brand new. It's like we're starting. It's like we've just begun
Oh my God, it is like we've just begun.
to live.
Damn. So is this a new season? 2 episodes into season 6?
No,
No.
it's still new. Well,
Thank
still new
goodness.
season, video format.
Thank goodness.
But we've only just begun.
That's good. So should we go find a guest, or
Yeah. But you know what? We should find a guest.
we should find a guest? We'll listen to the Carpenters' entire discography, see if we come across that one.
Yeah. And we should make sure that our guest is just
Knows about the Carpenters.
one of the best guests we've ever had.
Okay.
So we know we're just going to hit it out of the ballpark with this one.
Okay. That's a really good idea.
Should we get Wedgwood?
Oh, dude, I mean, we're minds are linked.
Dude.
Thinking the same exact thing.
Hell yeah, dude. I'll give him a call.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And we are back.
Oh, we are back, and that was a fantastic break.
Oh, God. Just one of those breaks you dream about.
Oh, man, and Bigzo, I don't think I need to tell you anymore how much I've been dreaming about breaks.
You really don't. But
And-
we'll save it for the Break Dream podcast.
Yep, also part of the Fancy Lad podcast multiverse.
Exactly.
But hey, did you have any luck finding a guest?
You know what? I couldn't get Wedgwood. He was a little too busy. So I had to settle for one of our runner-ups for best episodes ever.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Douggpound himself,
Oh,
comedic legend, Doug Lussenhop.
the one and only.
Am I saying your last name right there?
Yeah, that's good enough.
Nice.
It's in the realm of what the name should be.
Wait, I was one of the best guests ever?
One of the best guests ever.
How does that make you feel?
That's why you got a call back.
Wow. Well, I hope I don't do a rerun of whatever I said last time.
Yeah, well, I didn't listen to the episode, so it quite possibly could be a carbon copy of the last episode.
And
I think this is how we started, actually.
I'm pretty sure we
Well,
started
if it
the
was
last
good
one,
last time, we'll just do the same thing. It works, it works.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And if we fuck up
Tried
in any
and true.
parts, we could just copy and paste.
Oh, dude, I love the copy and paste. One of my favorite features of the MacBook Pro. Copy and paste, not something you find on a normal computer.
But before we started, Doug, I was saying thank you for being so punctual, and you were applauding me for my professionalism of following up so many times before the podcast. But you can't imagine how many people I hit up.
Bet. Okay,
at the
so you're
time.
doing that because you've had guests that's like, don't forget coming up.
We've been
Right,
burned
like-
too many times.
Right.
Oh, sorry,
Ouch.
dude. I was filming a trick.
Mhm.
You know how that goes, man.
It's like, dude, no one cares about actual skateboarding. They just want to hear us talk about it.
I know, dude. Don't they
Oh,
know how much more
fuck.
valuable this is than seeing skateboarding? Just hearing us talk about it here on the podcast?
Yeah, but we can't make these decisions for the people.
You guys just talk about skating?
We say we do.
Have you ever done a podcast? Have you ever done a podcast where you're mic'd up and you're skating and you're doing a podcast while skating? That could be a special episode.
I was looking into some shit recently.
Lavalier?
For something similar to that actually.
Yeah, no, I've always considered that, just doing a podcast, throughout the entire day.
Yeah.
Kind of like when Ricky Oyola was skating around with that mic for Eastern Exposure.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm in the market for a Zoom H6. So if you know anyone getting rid of one, let me know. That goes to all the listeners, everyone. Let me know.
I never heard of that. I don't know what kind of board is that.
Oh, it's an audio recorder.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, so you do know.
Dude, he's a pro. He's a total pro.
I was like, what kind of pro hasn't heard of this? But of course, I forgot I'm talking to a pro comedian as well.
Pro jokester. I've
Pro
heard of him.
jokester. Mm-hmm.
I have a Zoom, but it's not the H6.
Oh yeah, I just
So where-
figured. I was just like, you know what? Wow, I want those 4 XLRs.
Oh, it does 4.
Yeah, it does 4. That's why I want it.
Damn.
Can't you just get splitters and just get the splitter cable for $10 and save yourself a few $100?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we'll have to follow up after the pod.
Yeah, we'll check in. This isn't the Zoom recorder podcast, though. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Doug, I just want to say it was great having you at the Fancy Lad Ranch, the Fancy Lad HQ as they call it,
Mhm.
the compound.
I had to try my best to make a stop there on the tour. I thought there was a day off, and it was like Boston was kind of in between the two cities I was going to, and I said, "We got to skate,
Dude.
I want to
Dude.
hit that trampoline."
Skater gotta skate.
works.
Get me to the nearest trampoline.
That is what's up. And, I'm sorry you were just a couple of years too late to skate our beloved DIY, but at least you got to do some tramp skating.
Yeah, I couldn't skate too hard. You guys probably think I'm like lame because I just didn't want to get hurt. I was in like try not to get hurt, just carve around and have fun. I was in that safety mode. Did you ever go safety mode when you skate?
Tom, did he hear us talking about him before the podcast?
I think he heard us say that. Like, dude, why was Doug in safety mode the whole time?
Dude, seriously, I was trying to find the switch on him, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
I looked all over his body and I couldn't find it anywhere.
But, honestly, I can kind of relate, the safety switch. I remember last time I was on tour with Tenacious D.
Oh, right.
I also had to put on the safety switch. I couldn't be fucking up my limbs for when I needed to perform.
The safety switch.
Well, I had to keep my hands safe. I didn't want to.
Oh, yeah. You need the hands. Your tools.
Yes, just doing impossibles.
Mhm.
Impossible fakies.
Yeah, you weren't
360
doing
body varial.
You weren't doing
impossibles.
as nearly as many grabs as I thought you were gonna do, but it was still cool because then you were just doing like I haven't seen many people just do like a 900 like no grab.
Yeah, especially on a 4-foot quarter pipe.
Right.
What do you think the hardest grab is?
I think probably
It's a good question.
um
I'm not a good
stale
person to ask.
fish
I can't
roast
really grab
beef for
anything.
Japan. I can't do any grabs. I'm not flexible enough. I'm trying to start to stretch.
What about
Some
a
peop-
cannonball? You think
PJ
you could
Ladd
get
says
both of
to-
your legs up?
Swears
there?
by the yoga, which I haven't tried yet, but yeah, isn't it probably a stale fish roast beef or Japan Air? I mean, Japan Air looks the best to me because you tuck your knee in on the front. And you're like,
Right. I think the toughest grab is a melon
people argue that
because
that's the
steel
easiest.
fish is somehow easier to get their hand down there.
Mm.
Don't you think?
I don't know. Pro skater Matt Tomasello tells me that melon is in fact the easiest grab. I would assume Indy though. I can't do any.
No, Indy is easier. Yeah, or just frontside grab. Indy that's more of a tuck. I don't know.
See, I always tried to reach in the middle, but I hear from the pros that you're supposed to go behind the knee.
Yeah.
And Indy.
Well,
But like I said,
if you want the style,
you could see me trying to reach my feet, and it's ridiculous.
Well, you know how they have that surgery to make people taller? They like break their legs and then they put like a spacer in their bone.
Mm-hmm.
It's real.
Yeah. So you just do that and extra joints so you can do grabs easier?
No, I want to make my shorter so it grab and make my arms longer. I want real long arms so easy grabbings.
That's smart.
And that'd be useful outside of skateboarding too. You could just grab things like that, like something on the counter behind you. You could be like, "Ooh, I need that." It doesn't matter. That's only 15 feet away.
Up high on a shelf, easy to grab off a shelf.
Down low.
You could tap people on the shoulder from like really far away.
Where are you right now? Because that looks way too clean from when I was there.
What? Dude, this is the
studio.
Yeah, this isn't the house. We're at the Fancy Lad podcast studio.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think we live in squalor so we can afford all this? You know?
Good point. I next time I go there, I have to go to the studio.
You should.
What was that?
I said we should start sleeping here, actually.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have to record another episode at some point.
How often do you do an episode?
We shoot for once every week, but it ends up being every 2 to 3 weeks.
But the
and what are those cans displayed in the front there? Are they your sponsor?
That's our sponsor, Clown Shoes brand beer.
Clown Shoes?
Yeah, they are the ones who we recently did a collab for the Mad Perf Sesh Fancy Lad brand beer.
What kind of beer did you go with?
It was a session IPA. Mad Perf Sesh.
Was it 5.2? Is that right?
Yeah, 5.2.
5.2.
Pretty good for a session. You know?
I don't even know what a session is.
I think it's like an IPA that they like.
It's an IPA
they take out early.
Yeah, exactly.
Designed for skating, designed for skateboarding.
Yeah, it's less alcohol content and like thinner than your normal IPA, so it's supposed to be more drinkable and refreshing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And perfect for the session.
But you know, Doug, I don't really, we didn't have you on here to talk about our beer, okay?
Although it is delicious.
I'm just trying to get the conversation going.
No, well, I'm getting.
Well, that's why we brought you on here. We're like, we need someone to host this podcast for us.
I know, and that's why we had you on here, Doug. I'm getting to that. Okay, I'm having you on here to ask.
Okay. Sorry, I'll let you do your job.
I want to get back to the Tenacious D tour. Okay, my God, how'd it go? What was the highlight?
Well, it was.
What was the best city that you went to?
The best show might have been the one that you saw.
Oh, New Hampshire.
That was a pretty good one. What was that place called? Guilford?
Yeah, Guilford, New Hampshire.
Yeah, that was probably the best show. But Milwaukee was pretty good. Yeah, it was weird because doing comedy opening for a band it never goes great. It like the show you saw that's probably about as good as it goes because
I was going to
especially if they don't really, most people don't know who I am. So they're sort of like, they're in the mood for rock. If you go to a comedy show, you're in the mood for laughs. If you go to a rock show, you're in the mood for rock and you act different and you observe the show different. You just want to rock out. So when I have to do comedy, for a crowd like that, it can be challenging. And it was very, the tour was awesome. It was like the experience of a lifetime, but it was, like I said, it was a challenge sometimes to also not only win over the crowd, a rock and roll crowd, but also to perform at such a huge venue. All the venues were outdoor amphitheaters.
Yeah.
And typically if you want to do a comedy show, you wanted it really dark, room with a low ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're like a superstar, then you could just play at any theater and the crowd will all you'll get the feedback from the crowd. But you know, at the rock show, there's the barrier. They have to have the barrier between the stage and
The people.
in the audience. And so there was also a distance. You want to be able to connect with people when you're doing your jokes. So
Well, I think
those were some challenges that I have never dealt with. Well, I've done a few shows like that, but a whole tour like that. Yeah, those were some unique challenges that I had to overcome.
Yeah. It's really grand scale. But I mean, from the show I went to, you were touching a lot of people's hearts.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
And I think the match made complete sense. I mean, no one's showing up to Tenacious D. They're not showing up to Tenacious D being like, I'm going to see Metallica or Iron Maiden. They know they're a comedy rock group, you know, and you're a comedy music related DJ. So I thought it was a perfect match personally.
Well, thank you. Some, you know, a lot of their audience were great, and maybe some of them. The first show was, I think, I went to because I had a 45-minute set. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
To do an opening set for an opening comedy set would be more like 15, 20 minutes typically if you're opening for another comedian. But to do 45, maybe the crowd gets a little
the ants and
it's
the
tough
pans.
to keep them on your side for 45 minutes. So the first show, I just did comedy the entire 45. So after that, I had to tweak it, and I DJ'd for the first 5-10 minutes after that. Just kind of played like, I didn't just DJ cool songs. I did like goofy mashups and funny songs and stuff. So they kind of like are like, okay, I get it. This is like a funny DJ. And then I warmed them up with that.
Mm-hmm.
So then by the time you saw me, I had it kind of, the formula kind of figured out. But the first show was, a lot of people didn't like me at that first one.
Yeah, where was that?
And they let me know on Twitter. They said I should never be on stage ever again. That was the worst opening act they've ever seen.
You actually read the comments?
Yeah, why would you do that?
I don't know. I thought I did good because in the front, everyone in the front was laughing. I think it was in the back where people were standing, the cheap seats. They couldn't hear me as well. They couldn't like understand the nuances of like
people.
You know, I do the costume change, and they thought that I was just telling offensive jokes, but the whole point was that it was a different person telling offensive jokes. That the point was, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I don't think they understood the gag because they weren't
paying
too far
attention.
away.
They weren't paying attention is what was happening.
Right. They just hear certain keywords and they're like, I'm offended.
Yeah.
The Dark Doug.
That's
Exactly.
It's always annoying
Yeah.
when people don't pay attention at shows. I was talking to Bigzo, and I saw Norm Macdonald a few years ago, and there were two dudes in front of us that were talking like the entire time for like
I don't understand that.
for like the first 20 minutes, and then they were like, dude, this like isn't funny at all. Should we just leave? And he was like, yeah, let's just get out of here. And then they left. And Bigzo and I just looked at each other like, what the fuck? Like they were talking the entire time. They didn't listen to a thing he said.
Yes. So how are they?
And then they were like,
funny if they're not
exactly. They're like, this
listening
isn't even funny. I was like, were they planted there? Was that a bit? Was that just a deep fake? Just like for our
His level
confusion.
His level of alt Andy Kaufman-esque comedy.
Yeah.
He plants all of
Yeah.
the people who hate his set inside the crowd.
I'm just waiting for his Tony Clifton to come through.
Right. I saw a band perform the other night, and it was actually Leo Romero's band. It was him. Do you know him? He's
yeah.
Oh yeah,
he's a skater.
legend.
He performed, and I just couldn't believe the amount of people. Yes, because they're in the rock state of mind where they're like, oh, there's just music playing. We don't have to really pay attention. It was more of a social event.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. When you're doing comedy, you're trying to talk.
Mhm.
And if there's 1,000 people also talking to themselves, it kind of makes you, it's hard to focus.
Yeah.
So, but I don't understand why, like, if there's a band playing, I'm like,
I'm paying attention to the
I'm gonna
band.
pay attention. Maybe you say a little thing to like,
Right.
oh, that, you know, say, but you're not like, they're just not even facing the performer. They're just like, blah, 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 blah. They're having like social night. Why don't you just go to a bar? Why are you at this show? And why did you buy a ticket?
Go to a bar where they're playing music over the over the speakers,
go to a
there's
place where you,
there's someone off in the corner playing music just as like ambiance, you know, like, oh yeah, you're not supposed to pay attention to me really. I'm just here and you can enjoy your meal or whatever.
Yeah, the most I'll say is like, hey Tom, check it out.
Yeah, like, you see that fellow right there? And I always feel really guilty if I say anything or like for like even a second.
Yeah, what I don't like is like, I go to a comedy show, like, and I have to respect the performer. I don't want to talk. And people come up and start asking me questions and starting up conversations, and I'm like, it seems like I'm the rude person because I'm simply.
Yeah, no, they're wrong.
I'm in the conversation with someone. I have to be like, I'm just gonna watch.
You're shushing them, right?
I'm not good at being like really blunt and like, we shouldn't. I do kind of like send the message after a minute, but I'm like,
yeah,
shut up. There's a show happening.
Yeah, it almost seems more hurtful just to initially be like, hey, let's be respectful of the person who's trying to perform right now. Also, then it's like, damn, I'm just gonna sound like a dick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't want to also they're fanning out on you because they love you. You don't want to lose a fan by going, hey, listen up, you fucking piece of shit.
You little shit.
We're trying to respect this performance right now.
Sometimes as a fan, but a lot of times if it's just a local show, it's just like a friend or someone I know, and they're not necessarily comedians. They don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, rules, are they performers or?
Most of the time, no. So they don't understand. Like, this is a unwritten rule that you just pay. You have to pay attention to the show.
Yeah,
but sometimes I go to bring it back to skateboarding. I was at the skate park today, and my friend was like, I hadn't seen him in a while, but you're standing there ready to drop in or ready to start skate. I just wanted to skate. You have social time here and there, but there's sometimes where it's like, okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm always in these situations where I'm like, how do I get out of this without seeming
that's
rude?
Always sucks, especially you got like 45 minutes to skate.
Yeah, and
you're like
pump going to go, and they keep talking. You're like, okay, and you're like, oh fuck. Yeah. No, I've been there. I know the scenario. And then finally there's like a second like pause, and you're like, all right, well, see you later.
Well, we should try is just be like, yo, check this out real quick, and then just try a trick, and then just keep skating.
Yeah,
that might work. I've never tried it.
If I land this trick, I'll answer. I'll answer that if I can land this.
If I land this first try, I'll continue this conversation with you.
Do you like it when people fan out on you? Like what degree of fanning out do you like it at all, or do you just like?
Well, I'll be lying if I didn't say that if people say something nice, when people say something nice, I'll think like, oh, cool. Like, I'm not wasting my life or whatever. Like, I entertained someone. So like,
yeah,
I'm cool with it. But sometimes, if it's awkward, like the other day, some guy just goes, hey, there's a DJ here. Like, he said it to me, and I'm like, okay. And I go, where? And he goes, right there. And he like points at me, and I'm like, okay, thank you. Like, what do I say? What does that even mean? He's just acknowledging that he knows who I am or something. No, if someone is, I like when they, and I would do this to someone else that I'm a fan of. I would say something like, oh yeah, great job. That was an awesome show, or like, I liked your thing. It was awesome. And then I wouldn't corner them and like ask question after question. Like, sometimes I'm with my friends and somebody will say something like they're a big fan, and then my friends are like, oh, big shot over here. Like, he's you know, they like give me shit, and then I kind of feel like then it's kind of embarrassing.
Do you think? Do
I
you
don't know
think it
what
was?
the answer. I don't know what the
It's
answer to that
embarrassing you're
is.
reaching a lot
I like
of
when people say, yeah, I like. I don't know. It's a little bit embarrassing, but I'm not out here trying to be like celebrity, or I don't like relish in the
Well, no.
acknowledgement like the masses. You know, but it's cool when people are like, you know, I thought your thing was funny, and like, you know, then that feels like good, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, I was just talking to Vay about this, and I was like trying to think of what the like extent of it is, where because we both like it. I mean, I mean, you know,
Who, you and Vay?
yeah, me and Vay are both egomaniacs.
Mhm.
We're the
Wait, Vay
we're the
loves
we're the
it.
first people to tell you that. And so if somebody comes up and says that they love Fancy Lad, or they love Vay's
Vay.
part in the Coliseum video,
Yeah, man. Thanks, man.
I mean, I love it. But
I love Vay.
yeah,
Vay's
I was
awesome.
just trying to think of the line where it's like you go from loving it to it like being weird,
It's like it's an obvious line. It's
Yeah,
like when they
I-
don't read the room, and if you kind of trapped, if I'm with some friends and then somebody like wants so much attention, so much of my time, and it's like, it's not like it's more of it. I just feel like I'm being interrogated. Like, what's Tim like? Or, like they just like all these questions that are like just one after another. It's just kind of exhausting, where it's like they're kind of being rude now. Like,
yeah, they're just trying to interview you. Well, that's also insulting because
Right.
they're not even asking a question about yourself. You're asked.
Yeah,
now they're
sometimes
just
they ask
asking
me about
your
other stuff.
friend. Yeah,
exactly.
but thank you so much also for bringing us backstage, and I got to meet Jack Black, who I told you I was a diehard D fan from day one, and I was tempted to lay down some deep cuts on him and tell him that this isn't even a deep cut. Airborne, the rollerblade movie, is one of my favorite movies that he's in. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It was his first movie where he
Dude,
plays
I think
Augie.
he would have liked. I bet he would have liked that. I never heard of this movie.
Damn it, dude. Damn it. I should have laid down those deep cuts on him. See, that's the thing. I don't know. I didn't want to,
Yeah, you don't want to.
I want to come on too strong. Being like,
Yeah, I mean, whenever there's someone like that I'm a big fan of, it's like, what can I say?
yeah.
I don't.
So I met Conan a few years ago, and I just want to know if this is weird. I didn't know. First off, I was working at the Apple store.
Conan's on my list of people to meet.
So I was bringing items up that Conan was going to buy. So I brought them up, and I said, Conan, dude, I just love you, man. And that was it. That's not that weird, right?
That sounds great.
Okay.
Whoa, you
Oh, thank goodness.
What did he say?
love another man, dude?
He shooed me away. Oh no, he was very nice, and then he asked about, I had like a wrist brace on because I'd recently injured myself. So he asked about that. He was nice, but then I just always felt weird. I was like, damn, I just went up to him. I was like, dude, I love you. But
You're
I
talking
do,
about Conan
but I,
O'Brien, right?
yeah, but I do love Conan. Yeah,
Yeah.
Conan, no, Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
Not the Barbarian.
Yeah, no, it was just some jacked dude I saw like on the side of the road. And I was like, Conan, I love you, man.
But I just also want to say your set, which makes sense. You don't reveal to the public, so they always need to go see you, so the jokes are fresh. But it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite things that you've done in comedy, and I just think the format of it is genius. It's never been done before, using the DJ with music as like a prop comedy.
Well, thanks, man. I got pretty sick of it. I was ready to like retire it, like, and then Tenacious D asked me to go on tour. I was like, okay, I'm gonna back into it.
Well,
It's like,
I'm glad that you didn't.
thank you. I mean, a lot of those bits and jokes have been around for a while. There's a couple, pretty new ones, but
The oh yeah one was killing me and Matt.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I think I need to like retire the bits at least. So I'm thinking about some sort of comedy special where I have it on my list of things to do. Some
Hmm.
kind of comedy special.
You probably could have filmed a special during tour, right? Wasn't the right time with all those big
Well,
crowds.
not during that tour. You want a crowd that's like, well, maybe at the Guilford show, but
Yeah.
no, it's a whole thing. You have to like have a director and all these cameras and
What does the director do, really? You know, you're still going to do your set the way you do it, you know, aren't you?
I really don't know what a direct. I think it's more about like it's probably more about like the shots. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of work that goes into probably how it looks and the way it's filmed and what the camera's going to look like and the mood you're going to go with.
Like, did David Byrne really need to get Jonathan Demme to direct that Stop Making Sense, you know? Or was that just a flex? Like, I'm gonna get Quentin Tarantino to direct my comedy set, you know?
I know. Sometimes you'll see like Martin Scorsese will like direct something like that.
Yeah, the band documentary or like
Yeah.
Didn't Scorsese do like a Rolling Stones one as well?
Oh, or even the Bobby. Well, those were all no. I don't know about the Stones one. But I was talking about The Last Waltz with the band.
Right.
Yeah.
Was that Scorsese?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Last Waltz is good.
Yeah, it's probably just to have a big name. Directed
I think so.
by Martin Scorsese. What's he really doing? The band, it's all their music. It's all their performance. He's just there looking at it.
Yeah.
Right.
What's
I mean,
he
all you can do is really kind of direct while during like the setup of like setting up like the cameras and shit. Unless they're like unless they do live direction like for like I don't know, because they wouldn't be doing like live editing of like the camera takes.
Well, it's probably like during this guitar solo, make sure you get a nice close up of this or that.
Yeah.
Of the
like, but how hard can that be?
Right. That's true. Yeah, I get it. Film it so it looks good.
Yeah. Speaking of fanning out, like when I met Matt, I was like, I don't know what to say to Matt. I just told him I'm a big fan, and what am I supposed to say?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I know. I mean, he definitely is the most famous out of the crew, which is funny because he's the most boring.
That's true.
Not on the board, though.
Not on the board.
Not on the board.
Not on the board. But
He's not boarding.
you saw him off the board, you know?
I saw him off the board.
Yeah, you're fanning out off the board. No, but I love Matt. Matt's secretly funny, but he's just
he's very funny.
I feel like he's
like low key. He's just low key.
Exactly. Yeah, and he also needs to warm up to you like a cat. You know, he's not like a dog that's just gonna come up and sniff your balls.
Yeah, and he might piss on your clothes too, like a cat.
Yeah.
Has he ever been on your podcast?
Oh yeah,
reluctantly.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking earlier. I was like, you know, we might be able to get Matt back on now that we have this. He might like. I feel like he just didn't like the other studio. He said it was haunted.
Maybe he'll be on via Zoom.
Oh yeah, we could do a Zoom one with him.
He's a fan of the podcast at least now.
Yeah,
so that might
true.
help.
That is nice. That is nice to know that we have one, and it is our friend Matt.
Yep. Are you still? I'm sorry if I don't know. Are you still actively pounding out the Poundcast?
Yeah, the Poundcast comes out once a week.
No, that's
yeah, I do two. I already do 2 podcasts a week. Maybe that's why I seem kind of like spaced out today. I don't know, but yeah, I'm podcasted out. I'm doing so many podcasts already.
Hey, don't worry about it. I was just assuming you weren't happy to see us, which usually is the case.
Yeah, that checked out too. I was like, all right, this matches up with every other time.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm always happy to see you guys.
No. I'm talking about all of our guests.
Oh,
on the podcast here. I just assumed you're just like everyone else, just not happy to see us. You know, just hey, let's get this over with. You know, you guys stink. I hate you guys. I'm so glad I can't smell you from here.
You look like you smell.
Who's
really
the biggest
bad.
guest you've had? Who's the biggest guest you've had on here?
Well, I guess it would have been the episode right before you, Andy Anderson.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Via Zoom?
via Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good, he's one of my favorites. I love his skating.
Yeah.
He's cool as hell.
Him and
too.
Matt should get together. I feel like they have some similar.
We gotta link them up for sure.
They've talked before, and I see the similarity. I mean, like I was saying, both of them have very freestyle-esque elements to them, transcending to street skating, which makes it so much better than just freestyle.
You think freestyle is going to come back?
I wish it got more popular in popular street skating, but I don't think freestyle just standing stationary is going to come back.
Yeah, I mean, it still
Kind of think it'd be
exists,
cool
but-
if it did. It'd be cool if it did.
That would be kind of cool. I feel like the only true freestyler, because Andy does freestyle, but I feel like I consider him more a street skater. I think
Yeah,
like
he just incorporates a lot of it into.
I think
the
Killian
street skating.
Martin is really the only like freestyle skater that I can think
Yeah.
of around today.
I mean, I've seen them out there. I think I saw some kid I don't know where he's from, but once in a while, yeah. They'll be an easier skate park to make is a freestyle skate park.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
A 10 by 10 square foot of flat.
Right. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Are there any tricks that you've never seen but you want to see one day?
A primo grind down a handrail,
Mhm.
a Casper slide down a handrail.
Mm-hmm.
Those are both freestyle tricks. See, take these
Oh,
freestyle
grind?
tricks to the handrails. That's what I'm saying. Start dark sliding handrails. What's stopping these people?
Yeah, that's a good question.
They dark slide handrails, right?
I can't. Well, it's been done, but it's really rare. I mean, the last one I can even think of is somebody did this crazy double foot dark slide. It was a front side dark slide, which is really rare in the We Are Blood video by Ty Evans. I can't even think of the last dark slide on a handrail besides that. But usually people caveman into them is
Yeah.
the thing.
I want to see someone caveman onto a handrail and then caveman off, so they don't even actually roll at all.
It's got to be a mellow rail. Might be possible, though.
So they just kiss the rail with the bottom of their board and then instantly hop back up.
No, they caveman like a whole bunch of them. Then you just board slide, and then when you go to dismount, you grab the board again and jump off.
Oh, well,
That's one trick I want to see.
I was
Maybe
gonna
somebody's
say,
done
wait,
it.
I mean, well, Tate is the skateboarding brought to you by Fancy Led Skateboards. On the first rail, he board slides. And before he's done, he grabs the nose so the board doesn't leave the ground. And then he caves man the second rail.
Okay, but
So,
that's pretty close. They just got to switch the order around. So he cavemans and then jumps off.
so you
Caveman.
just need a double caveman. Wait.
So just
That'd be
the trick
just a full
all he wants
caveman
is the
run.
trick that Tate did, but where he cavemans into it.
He might have caveman into the first one. I'm
Yeah.
going to send you the clip, actually.
Yeah, he might have already done it.
After, we take a break here because we are running into this, very less than a minute Zoom territory.
If we stop buying all these new studios, we probably could afford the Zoom upgrade.
It's
but
true.
That's not going to happen.
But, Doug, we're going to have to take a quick break, and I'll send you the clip, and I'll also send you another link for the Zoom for the part 2 of this podcast.
Gotcha.
Excellent.
Oh, thank God he agreed to come back.
Oh, thank God he got him there.
All right.
Thought he was
All right.
almost done.
That's a verbal contract. All right.
Hey, we're just getting
warming
warmed up.
That's
we're
what
just
I'm
getting
saying.
warmed up.
Okay. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Yeah.
They're still here?
What the?
They didn't go to use the 20% off promo code yet?
Are you serious? You haven't used it yet?
What are you doing? 20% off anything on the site.
It's a pretty easy fucking promo code to remember. It's podcast.
Podcast, like the thing you're listening or watching.
All you got to do is go to fancyladskateboards.com,
Mm-hmm.
select 5 to 10 products,
Mm-hmm. Any of them.
check out, and
Mhm.
use the promo code podcast, and you're going to be saving 20% off your entire order.
That's a good deal. I'm going to go do that right now.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And we are back.
Oh, we are back, and what another great break.
I know, but I'm glad to say that Doug has rejoined us.
He had a perfect escape option, and like a fool, he did not take it.
Exactly. And I did send him the clip.
And is it what you were thinking?
No, he just did 2 cavemans. There was no. It's all about the caveman dismount. No caveman dismount.
And I agree with him. And my memory was a little foggy because, as you know, I tried not to watch the Fancy Lad videos.
Right, I know. I know. Not even on the initial edit.
Yeah.
It's just all blind.
But, yeah, Tate does a caveman, lands, pops his board up, and then does a second caveman.
Okay, so but the pop must be pretty quick after the first land.
Yeah.
Right, but still. Yeah. Not like what if they
It's got to be a mellow rail.
What if they are board sliding and they grab the nose? They can pull the board out from under them after they leave the rail, right? They don't have to like hop up out of it, right? Can they like slide off the end of the rail and then just like pull their board out before they hit the ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I mean, I'm not going to do it. I just want to see it.
Right.
You know what else I want to see?
What?
I was thinking about this the other day. A 360. Okay, you do you do a 360 ollie, but your board stays straight. So it's like a 360 body varial.
I feel
Maybe
like
that's something that's like a freestyle trick, but I want to see that. I want to see a big 360 body varial. I just want to see the board staying straight.
Yeah.
And then somebody's body is doing a 360.
Yeah. I think we got to ask Jake Wooten to do that down a set or something.
Can he do that? You think he can do that?
I think Jake Wooten could do it if we ask him nicely.
We
It's all about how you ask.
Yeah, if we use our manners,
Yeah.
we might get somewhere.
If we say, please, Mr. Wooten,
Mr.
just this
Wooten,
one time.
Mr. Wooten, we were wondering if maybe just this one time. It's not a big deal. If it's not a big deal if you can't do it, but just this one time, if maybe you could pop a big ollie and do a 360 body value down like a set, Mr. Wooten.
That's how Tom usually asks.
That's how I usually ask people
Yeah.
for favors.
Wooten has to say yes if you do that.
He's got it.
Oh God, how could you say no to that?
Do you ever skate with like some top pros? You ever trying to toss these trick ideas out to them? You ever say, "Hey, Spanky, come here. I got a trick for you."
I
And you whisper in their
never.
ear?
No, I don't really suggest it, but I probably should.
You should. Honestly, they need it.
Well, sometimes I tell people, like when I'm skating with them, just my friends, I'm like, I think we all get stuck with our tricks that we do. You know, we have our go-to tricks that you're gonna do that you like to do. I'll suggest stuff, and then I see it come to life, and it's really fun.
Yeah. What was the last?
I think I told it didn't happen, but you know what a staple gun is?
Yeah. Where you
I
go
wanted to
your,
see
your
a
foot up on the deck of a quarter pipe and then bring it back in.
Yeah, but your back foot stays like on the transition.
Right.
And then you suck it back, backwards. I was thinking, can there be a staple gun like rock and roll where you go up and you flick it back 180?
Oh, so you pop back. Yeah.
So you kind of staple gun, but your foot's still on the tail? Or it
No,
goes
you
up-
do a
you do it
staple gun.
normal, but off that little the little bump you get when you come back over the transition, you turn it 180 and come in reggies.
Get my fingerboard to show you here. I don't have a ramp to skate, but you go up, you do the staple gun, and then instead of just coming backwards, you somehow I don't know, you scoop it. You would need like a slippery deck to probably pull that off.
Yeah.
Just 180 back.
I think, just off the top of my head, I think staple gun, bring it back, and then you do an impossible back in would be awesome. So you're going to bring it back, and then you move your foot onto the nose, and it's like a switch impossible, and you hop back in. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It would be your back foot, but you bring it to the nose, and you do like you would a nollie impossible, but it's with your back foot.
So then where's your front foot?
That
It's on
sounds
the
really
ramp.
impossible. That sounds, I
I'm
said
gonna-
impossible, but no pun intended. But I think because how are you gonna?
You lift it up
like,
for a second.
somebody can figure it out. Andy
Yeah.
Anderson could probably figure it out.
Yeah, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to try it. You know, I don't even skate transition.
So you're gonna kind of come up and like pretzel leg it. You're gonna bring it up with your back foot and staple gun it. Is that what you're saying?
No, you staple gun it. Let me grab my tech.
Okay, thank you.
So you go up to the ramp,
Mhm.
you staple gun it, and then when you're bringing it back in, you move this foot onto the front, and then impossible back in.
Oh, so that would actually be the back because you go up forward, your back foot's down, and then you would go back
Right.
like this.
Yeah, I think you're thinking.
and then
I
bring it.
thought you were
back
saying go
and
like
hit
this,
it.
and then somehow like front foot impossible it in. That doesn't seem reasonable. But the
No,
way you're
no,
saying
no.
it, okay.
I think everyone can see
On
in
the
the
tech
video.
deck, right?
it go like that, and then they bring that, and then all right. Well, they saw it.
They
before
saw
it fell.
They understood
know?
where it was going.
So you'll see that. That just inspired me to try that right then. I've never thought of that trick.
I like thinking of tricks. Like, how about, new ones are coming to my mind all the time now. How about a blunt, but it's like an airwalk blunt.
Oh, it doesn't
Oh,
touch the board
interesting.
till it goes fakey.
Interesting. So
do a
you just
blunt,
so you're
like
in
an
the
old
air.
school, like the
You're
original
yeah.
blunt was where you grab it mute. I think that's the first blunt ever invented. It was like a vert trick, but you grab the. Imagine you go up, you grab the nose, but you do an airwalk,
Mhm.
and then you land it back.
So you're just holding there with like in blunt
You
with your
basically-
hand
you're
on.
just
Then you're just
holding
hold
it-
it like kind of like a prop cane almost, holding you up. And
It's
then
like a
hop
cane.
back in.
Yeah, it's like
that's interesting.
Oh, if you even stall there for a second.
yeah,
too,
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
dude, if you
That's
stalled,
awesome.
that would be like really hard.
and you're racking up those.
I'm just
stall
thinking like
points.
while you're in midair, you kind of just jamming it in
Right,
the position.
You'd
but
have to do it quick,
to actually stall.
stall, and like you'd have to have like some serious upper body strength.
Yeah, start doing like breakdancing kind of shit where like you go
Mhm.
up instead of blunt, you do like a tail, like one of these like freestyle things where the board's like that.
Little pogo.
You pogo, but you airwalk pogo and you stall it on the top of the deck. Yank it back, land the trick,
Dude, that's
win the
it.
contest.
Whoa, you weren't thinking about landing the trick, were you?
You got to land the trick and then you get the sponsorship, win the contest.
Oh man, that's the order.
Tom, you writing this down?
I did. I know. I forgot my notepad in the other studio.
Damn it. Hopefully someone's recording this.
Hopefully.
Are there any tricks you're working on now that you want to learn?
Just that blunt one you were talking about.
No, I was working on a few of them. I just filmed this trick the other day where I do a front nose to switch 5-0 to switch shove out. The switch 5-0 and switch shove out are very quick.
So front
launching.
nose. So front nose, you're going up like that
Yep.
to switch
then-
5-0.
Yeah. And then,
And then how
switch
does
shove.
then how do you get out of it?
Switch shove. Switch shove. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. You got it. Nailed it on the head. Just filmed it the other day. And I also did my first street dark slide.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Proud to say.
On
It's on a little
you
ledge.
did on
Some
a little ledge?
some people call it a curb,
Mm.
but it was a little ledge to me. There's a very gray area what defines ledge and the barrier of ledge and curb.
What are
you did
ledges
it like
but just big
backs.
curbs?
You did it backside, right?
Yeah, backside, and I landed.
And then
on-
where do you put your feet like this?
I
Tail
wish
and nose?
I
Or do
wish
you go
I
like this?
I wish I
do
did.
you go
no,
like
no,
that?
no. Yeah, the rally
Mhm,
dark slide.
mhm.
That's what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
The tail and middle.
Oh, that's a tail and middle.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I wish I could do the tail and nose though, because I feel like that's the proper Rodney Mullen way to do it.
Hey, I'm just happy to get up there.
I want to see dark grabs. So you go off a big launch, get some airtime, half kickflip, melon, right?
That's
In the
actually
air.
really fucking sick.
Yep.
Yeah. And then
And
flip
then-
it back.
And then what Matt Tomasello would do before he lands, he would finger flip it back
Yep.
down.
Yeah.
That's actually really sick. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
Dude, just like tweaking. Imagine a nice tweaked indie where the board was just completely upside down.
Yeah, and your feet were on it.
Yeah, that's
too.
a vert. They could do that on vert. if
Like
they,
yeah,
if they
just
go
like
high
over
enough,
the
they can do
mega
a-
ramp.
Yeah.
That's a mega ramp.
How sick would that be
easy.
in midair? It's
Yeah.
unlandable like
or
that.
or they catch it like
Yeah.
If you have
primo.
to before you die, you got to flip it back and get it
That
I
was
right.
mean,
so sick.
There has been a couple times in vert where like Bob Burnquist has caught it accidentally mid and then like spun it the rest of the way with his hand.
Right.
But I haven't seen it like a mega ramp where they actually plant their feet on it.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah,
during-
they got to like bone. They got to dark bone it out.
Yeah, dark bone it out.
Dude,
That's
dark
genius.
bone.
No accident. No accident. It's got to be on
Dude.
purpose.
Dude, frontside dark bone.
Doug, honestly, that's genius. Your genius knows no bounds.
Dude,
Okay.
DJ dark
Well,
bone.
I just think of them. I can't do anything, but I just think of the tricks.
I
Can there be
know.
like a professional trick inventor who doesn't do them?
Oh, we write stuff for each other all the time over here.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
write tricks for each other?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
call it Spielberging each
Mhm.
other.
Yeah, I'm going to Spielberg
really?
your ass real quick.
Yeah. Directing. Back to
Mhm.
directors.
Yeah.
You know? So maybe, directors can tell you what jokes to do too. They can be like, I thought of a good one for you.
They just come up there and say, I'm going to Spielberg your ass real quick.
Have you ever Spielberged each other? Any tricks you can remember?
I mean, I think we frequently give each other suggestions when we're skating,
Yeah, not off the top of my head.
but nothing specific.
I think God, I'm trying to remember the last time that I actually took one to heart and really, ran with it. It's kind of rare, honestly, because, when you're a skater, you're like, yo, I come up with my own shit.
Yeah. Well, that's the hard part
Dog.
is it's not hard to write stuff for other people. It's hard to sell it to them, And we
Right.
do have
Yeah.
friends like that, even like if like you can't even like suggest something to them or it's like automatically not going to happen,
Yeah, with like
So-
Abe and Fisk. So you have
and
to,
Eric, so you have to like trick them into thinking that they came up with the
That it's
idea.
the
on
right
their own.
idea.
yeah.
Like we'll just go to a spot near where we think they should skate and like, kind of just like guide them in the right direction. and let them-
Sprinkle those
yeah.
breadcrumbs
Yeah,
to
exactly.
the spot. And then,
And they're all so fucking stupid. They fall for it every goddamn time.
yeah, it's like that. You saw the rehearsal
Mhm.
with, that guy, Nathan.
Mhm.
It's like
Yeah,
when,
of course.
when he's teaching that guy those quiz questions at the bar.
That-
before-
yeah,
that is-
yeah.
that is insane.
Yeah.
That's
Very
incredible.
similar to
love
that.
It is
Yeah.
this is the most insane thing I think I've ever seen.
Like, how could you convince someone who's really good at how could you convince Matt to do a frontside dark bone without suggesting that?
Mm.
You could say-
Matt, if we suggested it to Matt and Matt would try stuff like that.
Oh, he
if he
takes
thought
them.
it was
Well,
a good
okay,
idea. But
anyone-
Matt takes suggestions,
Matt
but
would,
Matt doesn't
would
necessarily
try it
need
unless
them.
unless he didn't think it was possible, and then he would
Right.
try. He said, "No, it's not possible."
Yeah, that's true.
How would you go about convincing someone? Just say anybody, not anyone specific. Just somebody who could probably do a dark,
A dark
bone.
bone. Yeah, I want to get back
How
to the
would
dark
you-
bone
I
because
just want to know how could you convince? How would you slip it into a conversation?
I love the idea of a dark bone. Well, first, you got to be eating chicken,
You got to be eating chicken,
and you say how much you like the dark,
Dark
meat of the
meat.
chicken, and you
Yeah.
get to the bone,
and you go. I also like the bone.
and you start just repeating dark bone,
Dark
dark bone, dark
Bone,
bone.
and then your friends all enter the room. They're all chanting
yeah,
as well.
exactly.
Inexplicable to the person who you're trying to convince.
Mhm.
And then when they say, "Did you say dark bone?" and you say, "No." Did you? Wow, dark bone. You just came
That's
up
a-
with that?
That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Exactly.
That's
Did you
like
guys
a
hear
trick.
the idea that he came up with?
Whoa. Or you could say, like, if they're trying a trick that's not even anywhere close to the trick you want them to do, that you could say, "Wow, did you just try doing? Was that a dark? Were you trying to do like a dark slide in air? Were you trying to do that? That looked like I
They're
never
like-
even thought that was possible."
And they're like,
can
no,
say-
no, dude, I was trying to
Wait,
slap
actually-
you a curb. No, what were you gonna say though?
Hey, I don't know. I like this idea of tricking people into trying tricks.
Damn, it's weird. It was like, I don't know, it was
Say, oh, that would
boned,
not be
but also dark. I mean, it would be too crazy for anyone to try. Certainly none of us would ever try it.
I mean, it's got to be, if you do it, it's got to be on a mega ramp.
Right.
I mean, or vert, which I doubt anyone's going to do it over a vert ramp.
I could see maybe someone doing it over like a spine, maybe a large spine.
No, because it's like a sack tap. Like, you need that hang time. Like, no one's doing sack taps on small transition. Because it
What's
takes
a
so much.
sack tap?
It's when you bring the board to your crotch and you tap it and then you land it.
Dude, Matt's doing sack taps over the.
Matt's
he's doing it over
done
the boob.
Occasionally done one sack tap, but he
Occasionally one.
Yeah, exactly. It takes a lot out of him.
Oh yeah,
It takes him a really long time.
That's
to do
the
that
end of
one
the
sack
session.
tap.
You know, if you're gonna smash yourself in the nuts with your board and you're gonna do it right, that's got to be at the end of the session.
I think Bob Burnquist. I think you got to hit him up, Doug. I think you got the pull.
Mhm.
I think you know enough people. You can track him down. Old Bobby B.
Just give me his email.
The quiz.
Subject: trick idea.
Yeah. Do you
Hi,
think he'll
Bob,
open
I'm a
it?
huge fan. I won't take up much of your time. I just want to pitch an idea to you.
All right. You got to
And
lay
anyone
down.
listening, if you know Bob's email, I don't care. I don't need to take credit for it. I just, send him this idea. Say, hey, Bob,
We just need to see it
Um,
happen.
Yeah.
there's a trick that I think would be perfect for you. Make it sound like it's for them.
You got to
Like,
sell it.
yeah. There's a trick that's just perfect for you. It's called a dark bone.
Exactly.
Basically you do a half kick flip, grab it dark.
Uh-huh.
And you got to,
Mhm.
it's got to be on a mega ramp or a huge half pipe where you're getting mega air.
Yeah.
Get the
I'm
picture,
listening.
bone it out, grab
Okay.
it,
All right.
flip it, finger flip it back.
Oh, figure it back.
Bob, this is a trick that made for you.
That's a really good idea. It's weird that
And
he's
maybe
talking
he
back
can-
on the email.
Maybe I came up with the perfect name for it. It's called the burn bone.
Yeah.
Name after him. Name it after him too, or something.
And then he goes, "No, we'll call it the dark bone."
I'm just going to give you a little insider tip, just toss one of those deep cuts to you so he knows that you're a true fan. Be
Mhm.
like, Bob, also huge fan of your anti-hero tramp stamp tattoo. Right on his
Does
lower,
he have one?
Right on his lower back.
He
Yeah.
does, yeah.
Yeah. So you can include that. He'll know you're a true fan if you put that in there.
Big fan of your tramp stamp.
Yeah.
Skating? Take it or leave it.
So yeah, I think that's what's next for Bob. But does you skate with Matt Taylor? Are you gonna be in his new video? I saw him post a little promo the other day. Were we talking last part or?
Yeah, last part. Video ender. Last trick. Oh, I forgot. I do the dark bone on my last trick
Oh, damn it.
Forgot.
Oh, that's where I thought of it.
after all of that.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna go to Portland for the premiere and I'm gonna do a comedy set. So we'll see what the skaters if they appreciate my performance
Oh, nice. At the premiere.
at the premiere.
Oh, that's gonna
That's
kill.
awesome.
That's gonna kill.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. You should come out. You guys should come out here.
When's
we were just talking about LA.
when's the premiere?
November 14th, Monday.
Oh, dude,
Oh, it's a Monday.
I'm gonna be there
Yeah,
in Cali.
in Portland.
Fuck.
Can't you just
Can you
wait?
drive there from Cali?
You're gonna be in California when I'm in Portland?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
What day? What days?
From the 9th to the this is a little personal, but from the 9th to the 16th.
Come on, man. Well, we
Dude.
can skate from the 9th. We can skate for a few days before
Oh, heck yeah.
I got to go to Portland.
We could drive up together, Doug. Just you and me, just like old times. You know?
Well, I'm flying.
Oh.
It's kind of a far. It's far.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I believe it.
I would love to drive up there with you though. That would be fun.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do out here?
I was gonna skate.
Too personal?
Nah, I was gonna skate. I was gonna skateboard with my friend Matt King, and I was gonna film skateboarding with him. You gotta meet him.
Okay.
Oh, he's a great guy. You'd love to film with him.
You'd love Matt.
He's one of the best filmers I know too.
Oh, he's gonna film you?
Yeah, he's gonna film me.
Does he skate?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, he skates. He I'm surprised that you haven't skated with him. He
Do you know Kyle Seidler?
These names sound a little familiar. Sometimes I don't know people's names.
Like he's always around. Well, he's been around with like Spanky and the America team, and Kyle had a part on Thrasher recently or not recently, a few months ago that Matt did.
I mean, Matt, he films with Spanky a lot. And he films, he's been filming for Sci-Fi Fantasy. So I feel like there's like a good crossover there. I'm just surprised that you haven't bumped into him. Maybe you have. I don't know.
I could have. Sometimes I don't remember people's names or.
So I'll just probably be out there just filming with him. Yeah, I probably won't bring my camera since he has one.
What kind of stuff do you want to skate? What's your ultimate skate park? Describe it.
All right, it's got a slappy curb into a bank, so you could do a slappy crook pop in, and then it's just got a bunch of 1 to 2 feet, 3 foot at the max transition.
Oh yeah, this is sounding good.
And you got a lot of potential for, if you're gonna go into a grind, possibly just a lot of Wally and Cuddy potential. A lot of think Cuddy spots, but in a skate park. And that would be my ideal skate park. I haven't seen it.
Doesn't exist yet.
Yeah. But there's one park in New York that's kind of like that, but still not great. Yeah, and I would like to say that I would love a good spine, but I really suck at skating spines.
Yeah, spines are always fun until you try skating. You're like, I can't really do shit on this spine.
They're scary. I don't know what it is.
Go up into like blunt and then just drop in on the other side.
It's that potential to just always fall back to the other side.
I like little spines. Like little 2.5 foot spine. That's fun.
Yeah,
that's fun. Then you're not afraid to pop over to the other side.
I'm still a little afraid, actually.
Well, you should just try it. You'll like it.
I like little spines. There's a couple parks in Colorado I like a lot that have little bowls. One of them's like 2 feet deep. It's like a baby bowl. And then it goes in, it's like kidney shaped. So there's like a deeper part that's like 3 feet deep. And then there's another one that it's a tiny bowl, but it also has a spine on it. So you could do a little, you feeble, but then on the backside it's a Smith. You kind of just click those over. Those are fun. Do a little rock and roll to lip slide over.
That actually does
that kind of stuff. I like small. I'm the same way. I like small little stuff. And why can't a park just have a manual pad? A lot of times they have a manual pad, but it'll be like other shit around it. It's like, just have a straight up manual pad and that's it.
I mean, we had a lot of prefab parks that did have manual pads.
Yeah.
And also those prefab parks, now to think about it, all the spines there were like usually like 4 feet tall and like 5 feet wide and like in the middle of the park. So there's not much potential for getting up and grinding and then going over the other side, I mean, you could, but not as much grind space.
Yeah.
I want there to be a park that has a hole in the ground that you can just like go straight down into the blackness and then come out of some other hole.
Just like a tunnel that goes under the ground.
It's like a scary ass tunnel.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool and really terrifying.
That'd be so scary.
Where it gets pitch black.
There's
and
like
you
maybe a fart rock down there.
Yeah.
That's where all the fart
dude.
rocks live.
The fart rocks?
Yeah, the fart rocks all live down there.
What's that?
When you hit a little pebble on your board and it stops your board? And I think some people call them like stop rocks, but we call them fart rocks because they go when you hit them.
Yeah.
Or they go like.
I never knew about that.
Yeah, fart rocks.
You ever heard about the fart rock?
Never heard about the fart
terminology?
rock?
I never heard that term. Of course, I'm a victim of fart rocks.
That's a good term. I'm sorry to laugh at your.
He suffers from chronic fart rock.
Yeah.
affliction.
Syndrome.
Yeah, syndrome.
FRS.
They say 1 out of 3 skaters suffers from it, so it's nothing to be ashamed from.
Shamed from or of?
Oh, no. Ashamed from. You should definitely be ashamed of it. Just don't be ashamed from it.
I'm ashamed from that.
Yeah, don't be ashamed from it.
Yeah. Well, Doug, as usual, I'm sure you have a million questions for us.
Mhm.
You know?
Well, I did ask a few. What tricks are you working on? What's your dream trick?
Oh, my dream trick.
Dream trick.
Yeah.
Tray flip crooks already taken.
Yep.
Fuck.
No, it doesn't have to be an NBD. It just has to be a something you'd like to do.
Yeah.
Is this a trick? Now, dream trick, is it just like something that we achieve, or is this like a trick that you get to have on lock? Is this a
No, I
special
think
trick?
it's something that you achieve.
Just something you achieve?
Yeah, something you achieve.
I would like to have it on lock.
Ooh. Something you achieve having on lock. I was going to say the dark bone. It's always been a personal favorite of mine.
Yeah. Dark Bones. Dark Bones a classic. Everybody says that.
Everyone, I mean, it sounds like the most basic, like generic answer you could give because everyone gives it, but honestly, dark bone.
Yeah. Yeah. Also grabbing my board would be nice. That's a dream trick.
Actually, that is a real one. Is like I would love to actually be able to.
If I could do a backside air on a quarter pipe and just grab just underneath the front wheel, right,
gotta start stretching. Still haven't done it.
Oh man, underneath the front wheel in the back.
Yeah,
that would be a dream trick for me.
Melon.
Is that
because underneath the wheel? You mean underneath the wheel, like underneath your foot, or is your foot a little back?
Yeah, it's right underneath your front foot. That's on the bolts.
Nah, you want to have that boned out, and you want to grab it melon.
Oh, you're thinking melon. You're thinking.
No, that's method. That's method. You want?
Oh,
method?
You're right. You're right. That is method. That's my bad. That was my bad. But yeah, you want the boned out melon. No, not when you're doing a backside air though. You want to just loft that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You want it to be like rocket the whole time.
Oh, you want to rock it
till you're going down. But actually, I thought that you might think that this was interesting, Doug. I just wanted to read this
news article.
I was talking to my mom real quick earlier today, and because we have a mutual friend, Matt Taylor. You're familiar with him, right?
Of course.
And he had the idea of a skateboard musical. Is that right, Matt Taylor?
Mm-hmm.
And my mom just recently re-listened to that episode. So she sent me this really quick text, which,
was this a segment of Nancy gives her 2 cents?
I think this is a segment of Nancy.
I thought this was. I was hoping she was going to give you a voice memo of like a demo of a skateboard musical song.
Ah, damn it! Fuck. Maybe we can get one for next time.
You're right. Well, you know what? Post up real quick. This will only take a second, and cue the theme.
All right, here we go.
Nancy gives her 2 cents. Nancy gives her 2 cents of a Fancy Lad podcast.
Oh, what a good theme.
That was a great theme. All right. So you haven't met my mom, Nancy, but she's a real sweetheart.
You're gonna
have to believe it.
You're gonna love her.
So hello, everyone, all you sweaty and deranged fans. I miss you all. She's never met anybody.
Yeah, I know.
She's
being very
weird.
nice to the fans.
So today I was watching some old Fancy Lad videos. I saw one that was Mario Kart, caught my eye. Whoever was talking about doing that musical with Fancy Lad, I thought that was the best idea ever. Apparently, F.U. Stoop agrees with me. Hope I spelt your name correctly. I spoke with Nick this afternoon, and I thought this was an awesome idea. I told him he should get Jack Black to sponsor it. Who out there has any contacts that would help us put this into reality? I think tons of people would come and would love it. Imagine characters from all skateboarding memories. We could even have the Norfolk police taking the boards away, as happened to my kids growing up. What are your thoughts? Let Bigzo know, and Jack Black, if you're listening, can you pull this off? We would be grateful forever. Heart smiley face emoji.
Dude. And what was that eggplant emoji about?
Dude. That. Oh yeah, that was my.
Is that
mom.
really from your mom?
I don't know. Yeah, that was from my mom.
Yeah.
I can send you the screenshot of the text message. She listens to every episode that we put out. So
Hi, Nancy.
usually she sends me a really long text message from the previous episode that we recorded of what she thought about it. But today she was just diving deep into the archives because we haven't posted one in a few weeks.
She's trying to keep
Well,
those
I hope
streams
she,
up.
I hope she likes this one. I think I had a couple of good ideas. The dark bone being kind of a breakthrough, revolutionary idea.
Yeah.
Open up skateboarding. It's going to be in the next Olympics. So it's going to be the new McTwist. Remember in the 80s, if you could land a McTwist, you win. Now, if you
The
could do a
dark
dark
bone.
bone, how about dark bone McTwist?
So you're trying to
That's
invent
going to be
That sounds good.
the
a new
contest winning trick.
a new industry standard.
Yeah.
You know, I've been saying this for
How many
years.
stairs have you dark boned? Yeah, right.
We need a
This kid's never
paradigm.
dark boned a set of stairs in his life.
We need a paradigm shift in skateboarding. We need it to go to dark bones.
Dude,
The time is now.
This is what we've been waiting for.
The time is now. Okay, and I think this forum is perfect
Mm-hmm.
to convince everybody to start doing dark bones.
I don't think it's going to take much convincing. I think any time when people realize what the idea is, it's going to take off.
Yeah. Well, you know, Doug, my mom, she really loves all the guests that are sweethearts.
Mhm.
So I'm sure she'll just
Oh.
love you. You know,
Oh, well, that's great.
I'm sure you'll be right up her
Hope
alley.
so. That's cool. I don't know if my mom ever listened to any of my podcasts.
Any of the Poundcast? No.
That's cool. She's been on the Poundcast and on Office Hours. But
And she-
I don't-
She
I
didn't
don't
even
know if she
listen
really
to it.
listens to it. She doesn't listen to a pod. She doesn't want to listen to a podcast.
Even one
she's-
that
she's
she's
good.
been on.
She probably watched the segment.
Yeah. God, what an ego.
She knocks it out of the park on the segment. She has
Yeah.
some good segments. She comes with material.
Dude, that's like
so you're saying your mom's better than mine.
that's just like Nancy. Nancy always comes with. She has like a notebook filled with notes. It's insane.
All right, do you want to have a mom off with me? Because I'm down, Doug. Any day of the week.
I think you should just get both moms on the show and let them go, you know?
I think that's actually a really
That's
good
a,
idea.
That's a great ep idea.
If you want a spin-off ep where it's a collab and we're not even in it, and it's just our moms.
Yep.
It's called Two Moms at It.
It's the Poundcast / Fancy Lad podcast. Two moms edit.
At it.
And I'll make my mom can edit the podcast.
There you go.
Perfect.
You hear
No,
this?
it's not edit. It's Two Moms Go At It.
Oh, go at it.
Yeah.
All right. I guess.
that'll get clicks for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess guy wants to see two moms going at it. I don't know. You know?
Step brother
Just
watches as two moms go at it.
Oh yeah. You put the word.
My mom's
step-
a lot better at talking than I am, so you could probably just roll the tape and let them go at it.
This whole episode was just, trying to parlay getting your mom on the Fancy Lad podcast. So this is a good contact that we've made with you to try to get to her. So do you have her contact info that you can send to us?
I don't have it on me.
Okay.
Yeah, I could ask somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask
Jack
Jack Black
Taylor
if,
has it.
if he has.
Yeah.
it.
Ask,
Yeah.
I'll
ask
ask
Tim.
Jack. Jack might have.
Yeah, Jack
ask
might have it.
Eric. You know.
If Jack doesn't, Kyle has got to.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You know, Doug, thanks again for being on the podcast. I hope we really at least entertained your skateboarding itch to, talk all things skateboarding and really delve deep in
I
the,
like
the
I like
future of
skateboarding,
skateboarding.
and I like thinking about it. I like watching it. I like the Fancy Lad videos.
Yeah. What else you like?
And so anytime, my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doug.
Oh, he is a sweetheart.
Doug, I'm sorry that I tried to mention you touring with Tenacious D and how successful you are and how great you are as a comedian. I'll omit that next time. That's my bad.
No. I'm sorry I didn't have much to say about it. I did, ever since I got back, I have talked about it. Like everybody asks me about it, so I'm kind of sad that I'm
Yeah,
talked out.
yeah.
I'm
And I
just-
just once again I don't see how that's my problem.
It's not. It is your problem because
Yeah,
it's your
Right.
show, so it's
yeah. And
less
we
content, less good content for your show.
and we just switched this video format. We were hoping you'd come in with a banger. Really put the asses in the seats, but you know what? Hey, there's always next time,
We appreciate it.
That's
Either
well,
way.
you do it. I don't. This is like not my talking hour. You're on the East Coast. My talking hour would be like later or
Fair.
first thing in the morning. That's when I'm really bringing bangers.
That is fair. That is fair. All right. Well, next time we're gonna have to work around your schedule.
I look forward to seeing you here in LA next month.
There you go. Sorry I can't make it to the premiere.
We're gonna get a GoFundMe for that. You're coming.
Oh, hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. All right. Well, Doug, it's always great seeing you and talking to you.
Yeah, thank
know?
you again.
Until next
My
time,
pleasure, guys. My
All right.
pleasure.
We will talk to you
keep
later.
up the great work. And you know what? Keep skating.
Oh, yeah.
Peace.
Oh, God, that was great.
Oh, man, it's really nice talking to Doug.
Dude, there's only one Doug,
There is, but now there's two.
Who's the second one?
Well, I guess there's three, if you're a clue. Because now I'm thinking of Doug Funny as well. But he hasn't been on the podcast.
No, he refuses to come on.
I don't know why.
Says he'll only be on as Quail Man or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm. The only come on is Jack Bandit.
Yeah, but he
Smash
says
Adams.
he's too worried that Skeeter's gonna fuck Patty Mayonnaise.
Did you think that ever happened in the Doug verse?
Dude, definitely. Have you fucking seen Skeeter?
That's true. He definitely grew into that frame as he got older, I'd assume.
Yeah.
He was a little wiry at first.
Hell, I'd fuck him.
Dude, oh, absolutely. You kidding me? Are you kidding me? Or
Yeah, I was. You actually would fuck Skeeter?
no, I would fuck Skeeter if Patty Mayonnaise was there
Oh,
to watch.
to watch. Yeah,
Right.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about
This is
that Doug.
Yeah.
No,
Okay. No. We're talking about
the DJ Douggpound,
AKA DJ Darkbone.
DJ Douggpound.
DJ Darkbone. That's pretty good.
And like I was saying, his genius knows no bounds. He can translate it from comedic editing
Mhm.
to a song
Mhm.
to a stand-up set
Mhm.
to writing his show Pound House to
Right.
coming up with skateboard tricks.
Wow, that's a lot of things.
My God, you
Oh my
gotta
God.
respect it. You gotta respect it.
Hey, respect where respect's due.
Yeah,
That's what I've heard.
yeah.
Never understood it.
Is respect due like the same time of the month, like rent?
Yeah, but that's not the same time for everyone. Like, I pay rent on the 15th.
Oh, okay.
And what would you do on the 1st?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when's your respect due?
My respect due is that's due on the 23rd, which it lines up with my Verizon bill.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Oh,
sick,
man.
dude.
Dude, that is sick. But that was a great episode.
I just won $100 on a scratch ticket,
Really?
and it was all because I chose 23.
For
Jordan?
23 for how do you choose 23? That's in the number of the scratch ticket.
Yeah. I say, give me a number 23.
You get me the Jordan over there. I'm feeling lucky.
Yeah.
Daddy's gonna win some money.
Yeah.
Give me the number 23.
Were you there?
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
saying
I
what
sold it to
said
you.
for a bit. Oh, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I remember.
Yeah.
How long have you been working at 7-Eleven?
23 years.
Whoa.
Yep.
How have I not noticed you there?
I
go
don't
there
know.
all the time.
I know, and I'm always the one working when you're there, and I always try to start a conversation with you. Say, big, it's Tom. do you recognize me? And you're always like, oh, I'll take 3 bags of Cheetos. I'm like, Big, it's Tom. And you're like, yo, how much for the really tiny condoms?
And it's weird that I'm asking for 3 bags of Cheetos considering they're not behind the counter.
I know. I mean, I think it's like one of those things where people are like, all they need is to buy the condoms, but they like get a bunch of other stuff to kind of like, try to trick the cashier so they wouldn't think about, be like, oh, it's just like completely normal stuff, some leafy greens, 3 bags of Cheetos, a bunch of tiny,
bunch of extra small condoms. You know the ones. Yeah. I can't believe, they don't make condoms in small, medium, and large.
It's crazy.
And extra small.
What they should do is...
And extra small.
What they should do is make condoms in all those sizes, but label them all as extra large.
It's actually really fucking smart. Yeah. And I can't believe no one's thought of that.
So if anyone is out there working in the old rubber factory...
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why rappers don't start bragging about how small their dicks are, honestly. Because
you're talking about like candy rappers, or you're talking about like hip-hop artists?
Hip-hop artists.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because instead, like, word around town, Magnum's what I fit, it could be like, word around town, extra small condoms what I fit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that does have a nice flow to it, honestly.
It's like,
extra small.
Yeah, so you get it.
So I do get it.
So you fucking get it.
Yeah.
I don't need to tell you.
Because I was confused at first when you said rappers. I was thinking like, like an M&M rapper. You're like, oh, peanut M&Ms. What kind of ingredients in here? And then you're like, sodium.
Sodium,
calories,
glycerin, sodium bicarbonate.
I have an extra small dick. Okay, I mean, I didn't need to know that.
Well, I'm just saying, the rappers,
they need to start being honest.
They need to be a little more, just.
I appreciate artistic license and the ability to bend the truth a little bit, but, just be a little bit honest and,
They can't all have huge cocks.
They could.
Some of them, they just need to be comfortable in their own skin. They need to be, just owning it. Own your micro penis.
There's no large groups of men out there just owning they're afraid of getting body shamed,
I know. And
hey, we're here and we have extra small penises.
Yeah, and it's like my dad always said, it's not the size of the boat, it's the motion in the ocean.
My dad always said that too.
Really?
Yeah. He was like, son, listen, it doesn't matter if you have an extra small penis. And then I say, yeah, but. And then he'd go, what? No, it doesn't matter. I don't care.
Yeah. Stop telling me.
And then he'd usually shove me or something. Yeah, I'd get out of my way.
Yeah. So long story short, it was great having Doug on the podcast.
Oh, it was fantastic. And again, that was a great episode. Great new studio here.
Beautiful.
I mean, do you have anything else you want to say to the guests before
we
leave?
There was, but then I kind of got freaked out that we were being filmed by all these cameras.
Dude, I just honestly just noticed there's mad cameras around here.
Dude, I just came down from my trip and I was like, why the fuck am I being filmed by all these cameras, dude? This is kind of fucking crazy here.
We did plan that trip out kind of perfectly.
Dude, seriously.
But now that it's over, we probably should wrap this up.
I mean, you really got to be tripping if you're going to endure talking to Doug for like 40...
For two 40-minute sessions?
Yeah, exactly.
2 40-minute Zoom meetings?
Like a tight 90. But, I mean, if I had any last words I would want to say, keep on rocking in the free world.
Yeah.
Yeah.